understanding of the benefits of email marketing, an insight into the different types of email marketing and their relevant strengths and weaknesses, and an understanding of what makes a successful marketing campaign and how they're managed and monitored. Yesterday I was having problems with Slido, but I worked out what was wrong, and so it should be much smoother. At the end, we can have some questions. I'll answer any questions, and the easiest way for you to do that is to just type them at any point in Slido, and I'll answer them when we get to the end. So feel free to add questions at any time on slido.com. So I'll leave that up there for a moment so you can get connected. And I'm going to do that on every session. Okay, so before we get straight onto email marketing, I want you to think about these three fundamental digital marketing concepts. So digital marketing can generally be split into these three areas: paid media, owned media, and earned media. And there is a little bit of crossover between them. But pretty much everything that you do as a digital marketeer is going to fit into one of these boxes. And it's very important that you understand the difference between owned and earned media, because these are dealt with in very different ways. So paid media is probably the easiest to kind of understand because it's a sort of classic advertising model. It's the same as traditional advertising, but also advertising online. So this is purchased media, where visitors reach or conversions are paid for. So offline, in traditional marketing, that would be sort of print adverts, TV adverts, radio, or direct mail, where you get promotional material posted through your door. Online, this includes banner advertising that appears on websites, pay-per-click, where search ads, where you pay every time someone clicks on your advert, search ads, which will appear in Google search, and advertorials. We'll come on to this in content marketing, but advertorials are where you pay for not a traditional advert, but like a blog post, but it's an advert done in the style of a blog post. So paid media is one of the areas we have available. Owned media is media that is anything that the brand, the company owns themselves. So they're not paying somebody else to have their advertising appear. They own the media that it's appearing on. So offline in traditional media, this might be when a company has a brochure showing their products or services. They create the brochure and they pay for it all, and it's completely owned in-house. It's using their own platform. Online, this will be the company's website. It will be the email list, which I'll come on to more, but it's basically the list of people that they have access to email. Their mobile app, if they have one, and their presence on social media sites. So they're in control of that. They're not sort of paying somebody else to appear on those places, and the brand is completely in control. So brochures are still very important for lots of companies. So in the hotel I'm staying at, for example, there's a brochure for the spa it's ridiculously expensive, but there's a brochure and it's the easiest way to get across that information. On digital, with the website is obviously where the sort of base of operations, but all of the work on social media can help to get people to their website, get their website ranked higher, and if we tell our customers through email marketing what our products or services are, in the same way that a brochure does in traditional media, then that'll help them find our website as well. So they all sort of link together. And it's very important that all of your owned media links to each other. In the same way that a brochure will also probably have a QR code linking to the website, or at least the website address. So your owned media, it's your biggest resource really. It's your it's the one thing that you really have control over. So you have to make the most of it and make sure that everyone knows how to find all of your owned media. And then earned media is publicity that you generate through PR and targeted advertising activity, increasing awareness of the brand. So it's probably not going to, a lot of the time it isn't going to lead to a direct purchase, it's more about raising awareness of the brand. And offline, WOM, means word of mouth, which can be offline or online, where people are just telling other people about your brand, about your products, about your services. That can be done online, that can be done obviously through social media. It can get to more than just your family and friends. So offline you're telling your family and friends and people you live with, but online you're telling lots and lots of people to reach anyone who can see your post and potentially see you picking up a brand. It's also where, so it's on social media, posts, comments, reposts, but also where someone might write a blog post and link to your company from there. So this is all promotion that you earn through providing mainly a good product or service. Sometimes it can be generated as well through sort of press releases, where you're sending a press release out to a media company and hoping that they'll talk about your company, but you're not paying for it. So it's all earned media. It's very important for businesses. It's the more people we can get to talk positively about our brands, the better, because people trust their friends and family more than they trust advertising. So if you hear from your brother that they really love this product, you're more likely to buy it if you just see an advert for the business. So this is really important. You can encourage people to do this. So obviously sometimes when you will make a booking for a restaurant online, and then afterwards you'll get a request for a review. You'll get a request for a review of just the products that you bought. So you can encourage people to review your products and services, and that is trying to encourage that earned media, encouraging those referrals. So we can encourage it and we can influence it, as in by asking for it and also by just generally providing a good service, but we can't control it. So you can ask for a review and someone might give you a 1-star review, or you're providing effectively there's a platform for people to say bad things about your business as well, and you can't control that. If someone says something bad or gives you a 1-star review, then the only way that you can really respond to that is by trying to fix the problem, or publicly dealing with it in a positive way. We're going to talk a bit more about public ways that you can try and control the narrative when it comes to negative reviews a bit later. So yes, earned media is very valuable, but also potentially dangerous for your business as well. So it's the best way you can combat any negative publicity is by just providing a great a great service, and great products and great services. There's obviously this where we sort of sit in the middle of these two things. So this little area here is where you have paid influencers on social media. Obviously, I'm sure that you're all very familiar with influencers who get paid to promote products on their social media posts, and that's paid media, it's advertising. But there can be a blurred line between paid and earned there, and it's very important that it's clear which it is, and there are laws. Certainly in the EU, there are laws that mean that you have to say like ad on something that is actually paid for. So in your assessment, you will need to reference these. You will need to talk about whether when you're doing an audit of the digital marketing produced by the brands that you choose, you'll need to identify whether it's paid or owned or earned. Just get that in there. And in your recommendations, also you need to understand the difference and talk about the difference between those three. So email marketing, we're going to come on to now. This is an example of owned media. So email marketing is one of the things that you have complete control over as a brand. That doesn't mean it's free. You may be paying for the services you use to provide it. But email marketing, it's typically, as it says here, it's typically an outbound process of communication to existing and prospective customers to encourage purchases and your branding goals. So nearly 300 billion emails are sent each day, and the number of email users globally 4 billion, and it's growing and growing, and lots of us have multiple email addresses. So I've been told that here, email marketing isn't really, it's not a massive thing, maybe not among your generation. Who here gets email marketing to their email address? Can you stick your hand up if you get? See, there you go. Yeah, you get email marketing to your. Yes, I just need that. Because when someone said to me, "Oh, your students they don't get emails as part of marketing," I'm like, yes, they do. They definitely do. We'll see lots of examples as well. So with email marketing, you are communicating specific messages to your customers, and there's always a purpose. If there's no purpose behind an email for marketing purposes, it's always going to annoy the people who receive it. So why are you clogging up my inbox with this completely pointless email? And that can fall into spam category. What we're doing through any email that we're sending is trying to encourage buying specific products, telling good stories about our brand, making people feel positively about our brand. But it also just might be about supporting, might be technical emails, supporting, making customers able to do things. So for example, getting an email that gets you to confirm your email address and things like that. So not every email is going to be like an amazing marketing message. Some of them are literally just confirm your email address. In order to send these emails, so we need to get people to sign up to our email marketing list. It used to be that you would just buy these lists in the same way that in traditional marketing you just would buy lists of postal addresses to send out post promotions to people. But now in most parts of the world it's illegal to do that, and people need to opt in to get emails. So one of the ways that we can do that, and I'm sure you've done it, I'm sure you've seen this, is where a website, a shop might offer you a discount for signing up to their email list. So I do it all the time. I'll get the 10% off my first purchase, buy something, and then unsubscribe from the email list. But lots of people won't unsubscribe, so it's a very good way to get that customer data. So the benefits of email marketing are that they should be highly targeted to the specific customer that you're sending the email to. They can be immediate, so you can respond very quickly to something that's happening that affects your brand. But just like I said yesterday, when something is quick and easy,